Use an Intuigram of the iliac artery and its branches. Don't memorize the list. Instead, we're advocating for a different strategy. Learn how to draw it, and then proceed to put the labels on. That's the natural way we learn languages anyway. It doesn't make sense to say, learn these words in Japanese for the quiz on Monday. It makes more sense to learn what they're referring to. Okay, a bird, a cat, and a dog. And then saying, oh, the bird, it's called tori. The cat, it's called neko. And the dog is called an inu. Right? So that's why we're not going to worry about labels. Just get the motion down. Start with a fork, and then put a little stick coming off of the left side, and then I need you to think of a chicken foot. Right? And then put two parallel lines, like this, with a third guy coming off, and then finally 3 sticks coming up, like so. So go ahead and practice it again. Get a really good look at it. Try doing the mirror image of it, and then try doing them back to back until you get the motion down. Good. Alright, let's cut to the chase now. Let's go to the labels. So here I labeled it. So the left common iliac artery branches into the internal and external iliac artery. The internal iliac artery further branches into the posterior and anterior divisions. Alright, and I want to point a few things out here. Now, the key strategy is to pair things together. So I want you to pair the superior and the superior and the inferior together. Why? Because they're both going posteriorly, and they're both surrounding a major landmark called the piriformis muscle, which is going to be right here. Right? Now, the second thing I want you to notice is the position of the middle rectal artery in our diagram. So the middle rectal artery is right here, and it's drawn in the middle. So just by drawing, just by drawing this, since it's drawn in the middle, it's going to be called the middle rectal artery, just to help you remember. Okay, and then the next thing is to look at how we paired the superior vesicle and the inferior vesical arteries. So these guys are both going to the bladder, so I paired them together. So you want to pair things logically, right? And keep in mind that the inferior vesical artery is called the uterine artery in females. And the vaginal artery may or may not be there, depending on your sex. Finally, the external iliac artery turns into the femoral artery after passing the inguinal ligament. And keep in mind, the inferior epigastric artery is a good landmark for learning hernias. As we can see, here's how the diagram maps on to a real picture. The left side, and then the right common iliac artery.